Welcome back to Rome Boys. On this episode, we're hanging with the saints.
Again.
St. Catherine of Siena.
Pray for us.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I need help. Just reading. St. Catherine of Siena was the 23rd child.
Stop there.
What? 23rd child.
Are her parents saints?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. They should be.
Yeah.
Patron saints of multiple children.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. 23rd child, and grew up as an intelligent, cheerful, intensely religious person. You would have to be with 23 brothers
I
and
think
sisters.
she was towards the bottom, if not the youngest. So maybe
wow.
by then they're like, they had it
Oh, my
mastered.
goodness. Yeah. I mean, by then she had to have been an aunt and uncle.
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
a great aunt or a great uncle.
Yeah.
Or maybe great aunt. Anyway, she entered the Dominican Third Order and at 18 had spent the next 3 years in seclusion and prayer because she was tired of being around all them brothers and sisters. Gradually, a group of followers gathered around her, men and women, priests and religious. An active public apostolate grew out of her contemplative life. Her letters, mostly from spiritual instruction and encouragement of her followers, began to take more and more note of public affairs. Her public influence reached great heights because of her holiness, her membership in the Dominican Third Order, and the deep impression she made on the Pope. She worked tirelessly for the crusade against the Turks and for peace between Florence and the Pope. In 1378, wow, that's like 400 years before I was born. Yeah. In 1378, the Great Schism began. Now I don't know how old I am. The Great Schism began splitting the allegiance of Christendom. Catherine spent...
Wait, what's the math on that?
It's more like 600 there, Joe.
No, I think you're like 200 and something years old, right?
Yeah.
400 years before I was born. That's, oh yeah, nope, 600 years before I was born. Dang,
You
man,
really are
I
the
can't
old
even
man.
read, now I can't do math.
You are the old man.
James Methuselah.
I'm not gonna let
His last name is Methuselah.
I'm not gonna let my kids watch this because I give them a hard time about their math.
James Methuselah forever.
600 years before I was born.
Ish. You're in the ballpark.
Ish.
Yeah.
400.
Give or
600,
take a couple
400.
centuries.
God, man, I'm having an off day today.
No, you're not. You're
Let's see. Where was I? Catherine spent the last years of her life in Rome in prayer and pleading on behalf of the causes of Pope Urban VI and the unity of the church. She offered herself as a victim for the church in its agony. Catherine ranks high among the mystics and spiritual writers of the church. Pope Paul VI named her. And Saint Teresa of Avila doctors of the church in 1970. 8 years before I was born.
That's one of those great
There
things.
we go.
Like,
Her great work is in spiritual classics, the dialogue,
Yes.
not math.
There you go. All right, some stories
Good
again
grief.
about miracles.
love it, Joe.
From an early age, St. Catherine was blessed with the gift of levitation, so she's a child at this point. St. Catherine's mother said, more often than not, when St. Catherine was going up and down the stairs, she felt herself being lifted up in the air and her feet no longer touched the stairs. This is just a normal, everyday
Oh, my
occurrence,
goodness.
Her mother
That's
was
scary.
often frightened because Catherine would go up in the stairs so quickly. Like, wow, that took you like 5 seconds. Yeah. When St. Catherine joined religious life, she was still illiterate. She truly wanted to recite the words in the breviary, but despite lessons, she was unreceptive. She prayed, and she was given the grace to be able to read. Everyone was convinced it was a miracle, especially her tutors. Like, yeah, that was totally God, because there's no way you got to learn that overnight.
Yeah,
Can't
no
read,
kidding.
but I can fly.
It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
We all have our gifts.
Yeah, right.
I can't do math, but I can fly.
Those two things actually apply to Joe today.
Yeah, can't read, can't do math, but I can't fly either. So yeah,
That's the
Joe,
ship
we love
behind
you,
you there.
Joe.
The Star Wars there.
right.
So during
There you
St. Catherine's time, it was there was a great famine, and you couldn't buy good wheat during her time, and so there was a lot of old, moldy wheat, literally. And but she insisted that they didn't throw it away. Generally, they had to just toss it, right? Because you could get sick. Well, she continued to collect the old moldy wheat, and she saved it up, and they were asking her why, and she said, well, this is for the poor of Jesus Christ. And so she started making it, and she had so much of it, she had to make it super fast. And when she was doing this, she actually overproduced 4 or 5 times what they originally intended that amount of wheat would produce. So kind of like the fish and loaves, right? You know.
So she can't do math. She was getting the measurements all wrong.
Right. So, but when the people ate it, they said it was the finest bread that they had ever tasted in their life.
Yeah,
It
the
was
sweetest.
The sweetest bread. Yep.
Wow.
And so, sometime after that, she went to Mass, and the priest said that her face began to look like that of an angel, and rays were shining from her face. I mean, I gave you like a lion's mane thing here, but no, like rays were coming off of her face. And at the same time, the Eucharist actually elevated and levitated above the paten. And
Wow.
the priest said because of her presence.
Jesus, double miracles right there, man.
Yeah, so
Cool.
she's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Miracle.
Oh, nice shooting, Tex.
Tony, the Colorado Texan.
Long, tall Texan. All right. Yeah. Saint
Oh,
Catherine, while visiting the Vatican, complained to the Pope. Okay, so not only does she know the Pope, she just feels
go there
like,
and complain
"Yeah,
at him."
I'm going to go complain. Hey, listen here, pal. Can you see this? I can picture like she's like really short and just kind of go, hey, come here.
Mother Teresa type.
Yeah, come here. I got a problem. Anyway, she complained to the Pope that the Vatican should be a paradise of heavenly virtues, but instead it had a stench of all the vices of hell. The Pope reported to have been bewildered about her statement and how the saint knew so much about the condition. Catherine replied, to the honor of God, I dare say that I could smell the sins being committed in the Roman court.
The catch is that you gotta take a shower, little man. You are right.
Whoa.
Wow. On another occasion, Catherine met a woman and described as a decent woman. Catherine told her confessor privately, if you had smelt the stench that I could smell while I was talking to her, you had been sick.
I like this woman.
And she didn't go off and tell her that, right? She went to
Yeah.
her confessor and said,
Right,
I don't want to have
Woman.
anything against her, but like, this is what happened. This is facts.
Man.
That'd be terrible. No,
You-
I'm sorry. I'm not a sinful person. I just smell bad.
But
you know,
bath in a week.
kids say the darndest thing. And what I think about is, she's got faith like a child, and she's childlike, apparently.
She just says it how it is.
Yep.
Speaks her mind.
I know my kids have.
To the Pope or whoever.
Yeah.
Well, St. Catherine, pray for us.
Please.
In the meantime, if you wouldn't mind, click that subscribe button. Share us with your friends. And if you feel the just need to donate or tithe a little bit more, click that donation button on our YouTube channel.
It's hard to ask, honestly. We're just
Yeah.
throwing it out there. It's there. And I promise it'll go to a good
Kids
cause.
need to eat.
Well, maybe it'll pay for some gas money for us to come visit somebody else's parish.
Oh, that's
There you
awesome.
go. That'd be cool. Yeah.
That's
Something to
cool.
think about. So anyway, in the meantime, be real.
Be bold.
Be Catholic.
God bless.